Hey guys, hey Rebecca, hi Stony or Mary, hey Jamie, hey Belen, how are you? Hi Kristen, hey Rebecca, hey Christina. Rebecca Willis says, "You're an angel, beware of those who collect feathers." Okay, I collect feathers, beware. Ah. I'm just trying to look for some new music. So, music that's not going to get me in frickin' trouble. Because I think some of this music puts me to sleep. It makes me tired. Why is this not playing? I bought it, how? What is going on here? Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, I think it's playing now. I mean, this is gonna put me to sleep too, but I think these are the only ones. Oh, this might be good. Moonwater. You might also like Moonwater. This might be actually pretty good. Oh, yeah. Hey, Michaela, how are you? Hey. Thank you for loving the shirt. I've had it on since this morning. It smells okay. Um, you like the whales, did you? I could bring the whales back. I could. What's going on here? What is this? You can't buy this? What the fuck? Why can't I buy this? How? I don't. See, Apple wants you to go to that Apple Music subscription service, which I don't want. And I hate that they do that to you, where they force you to do all that shit. And it's just like, come on. I don't want Apple Music. I just want to buy the album outright and call it a day. I don't want 3 months of free music. Not now, ho. Sell me the damn album. You have access to the whole album. Why can't you sell it to me? Let me see. Let me check one other thing. 1 second. Oh, that's because I'm on the store. Let me see here. Because all of this music, like, it sort of. Let's, let's see. Let's buy this one too. Anyways, hi, my name's Dan Geist. This is Engelgeist. This is my channel. Welcome to my channel. Um, I'm here to do some charmings for you. You want some charmings? I got some charmings for you. Hey Marita, how are you? Thank you for sharing. Hey Jessica Gisandi, first timer. Thanks Christopher Ravello for telling me about this. So excited. Thanks, Kristen. Jessica, would you like to get on the list for a free card since you're a first timer? I'll be gentle. I promise. I'm gonna put you on there. So Jessica, you get a card. Jessica Gisandi. Any friend of Kristen Ravello's is a friend of mine. Hey, very cool pictures of all those wolves today. And I didn't even think about, when I put up the poll today about the horoscopes in the first selection, it's like, no, I want my horoscope alone. I don't want it shared with any other videos. I want to be a lone wolf. And then I was looking through the feeds today and there was all these pictures of your trip to the wolf sanctuary. And I was like, oh, how funny. We were on the wolf stuff. So that was kind of cool. We were kind of wolf vibing it, and I didn't even realize it. I also was realizing that I didn't realize this. Rose realized this for me. She sent me an email today. I showed my ass a little bit in the group today because I was a little bit upset. And not to dredge up that energy again, but Rose did point out. She did say, well, the card was apple today. She's like, one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. And I was like, Rose, she's right. We had the apple card today again. And somebody, I felt like, upset my apple cart today. And I got online and spoke about it. I told them. So I'm just saying. I just thought it was kind of funny. Somebody pointed that out in private message to me today. They were like, It was the apple card and the apple cart. And I was, oh, the shade of it all, right. Get up underneath the shade tree and tell me a story. So, yeah. So, hey, Amanda Coupenmeyers, how are you? I only have 3 reservations and 1 card right now. I'm filling things up. Hey, Nancy Mowbrant, how are you? I'm slowly going to fill stuff up as the room fills, and then we'll get started. I have 3 charmings. I have room for 3 more cards. I can take an extra charming maybe and then see where I'm at that point. We will see. But if you want a charming, just let me know. You have to send over money. $25. Make you holla. What was I going to say? And then I'll do another free card after that. I need to pick a deck. What deck do we want to use tonight, guys? I want to use a deck that we've already opened because I want to have the other decks be surprises for future unboxings. So, last night we used Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light deck, and I was looking at her, she was posting again today on Instagram, and it was all like white petal posts. I don't know if any of you guys have gone to her Instagram, but it is truly like heroin. It's amazing. You come across like I gotta pull it up and just show you guys because it's just, if you're not on Instagram and you're not following, can you even see that? It's like pastel, it's from the glare of the light. It's like pastel white flowers and triangles and Palladian beauty. It's like, it's incredible. And so you can really tell when you come across her stuff because it's under Rebecca Thoughts. That's her little picture. God, I wish it wasn't so white. But if you look at these pictures, they're like, oh, so soft and gorgeous. Let me see if I block that. Can you see that? It's like a Ralph Lauren dream fantasy all the way through and through. It's just like stunning. You go in there and you feel like you're on heroin. It's amazing. You just like, you're like, ah. So these are Rebecca's thoughts. I don't know. I'm amazed and I just can't get over her Instagram. The other one is the artist of that deck that we used last night, Danielle Noel. Check out hers too if you like that sort of thing. It's so pastel-y and beautiful and like you just get lost in a world where that doesn't necessarily exist for me on a day-to-day basis. I go in there and I picture myself running through pastel pink fields. I'm like, yes, Rebecca. Yes. Oh. I'm feeling goofy tonight, if you can't tell. I think I had one too many little Reese's mini peanut butter cups. So I'm on a little bit of a sugar high. But yeah, so I'm sorry I'm not missing with the chats going on. I would totally want to steal Kristen Ravello says on YouTube, ha ha ha, the wolves were so incredible, I wanted to steal all of them. I bet I would want to steal them too. Total like power totem animal stuff. Hola Tammy, Chirasso Kidwell, how are you? Have I opened the Music of the Heart one or the one about music? Haha. The Music of the Heart. Psychic Tarot of the Heart? Music of the Heart? Oh, Song of My Heart. No, I haven't opened that one yet. The one from New Zealand. I'm waiting. I'm going to open that in early October because that's going to be one of the decks that we're going to use for the month of November. It's going to be up in the running for one of the new decks for Song of My Heart, it's called. By what's her name? What does she go by? It's not this Divine Scarlet. Divine Scarlet is the breakup deck. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. She follows me on YouTube. And on Instagram. Oh, I'm such a bad memory. Oh, I feel bad. Anyways, she has a beautiful deck called Song of My Heart, and it's available on Etsy. SOMH. Fuck, I need to know her name. Damn it. Because I just can't do that. That's not very fair now, is it? Oh, I don't even know Instagram well enough to figure out who follows me and where and how. Let me see. Do I tap my followers? Where is it? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 minute because this girl's worth following too. Her stuff is beautiful. And you guys can follow me too. At Engelgeist 333. Left-handed girl. No, where is she? I know she's in here. Oh, hand me that pencil. Thank you. You can follow her under hand me that pencil. I should have remembered that. So, anyways, Heidi Phillips, something ancient. Hi everyone. Hey Ducky. You're good, thanks. You're eating Hershey's Kisses right now? Awesome, Kirsten Ravello. Good for you. I had a bunch of those little mini um, uh, Reese's peanut butter cups. I feel like less guilty when I have them because when they're mini, but like I eat 40 of them, so it really doesn't matter. I go to Walmart and I buy the family pack bag, but I feel less guilty because they're tiny. So I'm like, oh, oh, I'm so full. Let me have another. Oh, it's so stupid. It's totally a trick I play on myself. So, anyways, um, gotta have it, really need it to get by sugar. Nancy Mowbray says over in Facebook land. Um, uh, Let me see. Amanda, you're struggling. Would you like a card tonight? I can put you down for a card. Hey, Jonathan Frank, how are you? How are you? It's rare that we see men come in here. I'm usually the only man around here, and that's not saying much, let me tell you. Let me pick a deck really quick. All right, we have a choice between... Well, I don't want to use that one either. Didn't somebody say today is the day of Archangel Michael? Angel. For those, Amanda Kuppenmeyer's in you guys can't even see each other because Amanda's on YouTube and Angel's on Facebook. But Amanda Kuppenmeyer's is saying, I'm struggling to get PayPal to work. She says, I'm struggling. And I said, oh, do you need a card? Thinking she's struggling, like suffering. And then she says, I'm struggling to get PayPal to work. Like, so maybe she's okay, is what I'm thinking, right? But then, then Angel over in Facebook is saying, I'm struggling, ... under this big dick, bitch. You are so wrong, girlfriend. So wrong. All right, so I think either we can do the Harmonious Tarot, the little mini tarot deck. We could do Divine Doors, if you guys want to use the door deck that I got that I waited for so long. We could do the Vibrational Energy deck, which we did that one night. We could do the Chakra Oracle deck if we want. If we want to look at our chakras. Do you want to look at your chakras? Or we could do the Breakup deck again. I liked the Breakup deck a lot. We work with the Literary Witches every day. It's like the minute I get in here, those cats start freaking out in there. They were all asleep. And the minute I come in here and start talking, they start tearing shit up in the other room, those little fucks. I swear. It's like I can hear them moving shit around. They have this one toy that they move around on the floor. It sounds like a giant planchette from a Ouija board, but they like slide it all over the house. The Doors? Nancy says the Doors. I'm going in the Doors. Oh, Energy deck. The Doors. I got another vote for the Doors. Hey, Deborah Rosado, how are you? Hold on, let me grab a couple decks. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run in here and yell at the cats. Hold on. You guys, don't be assholes, guys. Don't be assholes. Alright, so just another thing that I got in the mail the other day, which I think I told you guys about this, but I got these new cards. I want to get these opened too. These are by the same lady that did that vibrational energy deck that I like so much. These are the I Am vibrational affirmation cards by the same woman. She's a psychic. Her name is W.A. Anderson. She's a clairvoyant from Canada. I went and I looked on her website. If you guys are interested in these cards, buy them directly from her. They're a little bit cheaper. Plus, you're paying Canadian money, which is cheaper than US money. And then I also got the Vibrational Earth Children deck, which I don't know if this is. It's an oracle cards and guidebook, but I think it's geared towards kids. But most of you have potty humor and act like children anyway, so I thought perfect for our group. Quite frankly, under this big dick, bitch. So, I can't believe you said that. You're so gross, Angel. Oh my god. Anyways, oh, you meant deck. Okay. Sure, sure. Struggling. Oh, my wrist, it hurts. Anyways, I love it. So, uh, so they know that Daddy's busy, so they're like tearing shit up in there. So, okay. Did you let Amanda? Were you able to work your PayPal? I'm not. I'm happy to pull you a free card if you want. It's up to you. You just let me know. I'm gonna get started here in just a moment. I'm just sort of gearing up. I'm just double checking my PayPal because Ducky likes when I do that. I want to make sure there's nobody I've missed because sometimes you guys like to sneak in and drop me money and then I don't realize it and then we all have to scramble. Wrong side, let's fix that. Hair fix. Truth, Michelle Seward says. Truth, yeah. Tough and ruthless and rough and toothless. I'm going to take the blessed rock that we had from this morning's forecast. If you don't tune into the forecast, you're missing out. But I know some of you actually have jobs and lives. Most of you. Tune in. I'm convinced at this point you don't have jobs. So, I'm thinking that you all are probably inmates at the same women's prison, to be honest. Alright, so these are our choices tonight. And you know what? I'm going to make it fun. For those of you that are getting free cards, you get to pick your deck. How does that sound? You get Divine Doors. And this is behind every door lies adventure, mystery, and inspiration. Okay? So this is a little mini deck. So you can pick from that one. Or you can pick from, I love this deck, I'm still learning it, the Vibrational Energy Oracle cards by W.A. Anderson. That was that clairvoyant woman that I was talking about out of Canada. Okay, I just got a notification that money is waiting for me. Is that an old notification or is that recent? Let's see. Oh no, Amanda. Okay, Amanda just came in. Rocking it out, Amanda. Thank you. I'm going to put you on the list. So that will be a charming for Amanda. Amanda Coop. I'm not writing the Myers part. So you're in. Nancy's watching from work while scrubbing. I love it. Okay, so Kitty's doing better, Tracy Carlson. Thank you. He looks a little bit less herpetic in the eye, which is nice. It makes it easier to not want to murder him when he's being bad. When he's not quite as cute, it makes it harder to deal with his chaos. But he's looking a lot better. His eye is healing up, and he's actually taking his medicine a lot easier than I thought he would. I stopped using. They gave me this funny plunger thing. I just stopped using it. I just sneak up to them and I pretend like I have a little piece of turkey, and then I open their mouth and toss the pill down there, and then go like this to their throat, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then I just pet the top of their head, and I'm like, "Good kitty," and they're like, "Oh, okay." They don't know anything better about it, so they're doing good. And he takes the eye drops like a champ. He doesn't even fight me on the eye drops, which I was afraid about that. So that's good. Jack Nichols hasn't shown up just yet, so I'm gonna start with Kristen. If Kristen Ravello's ready, if my woofy friend is ready, I can start by doing her charming. And then I will do Jessica Gisandi's card, if that works for everybody. Herpetic, isn't that a nice one? You like that? Sexy, isn't it? It's cat herpes. That's what they told me it was. Khaleesi cat herpes. That's his new name, actually. Mother of STDs. Thank you for sharing, Tracy Carlson. Like, other people need to know about my insanity. But thank you, I appreciate it. Love, please. Okay, Kristen Ravello. Let me look for in the phone box for love readings here. And let's all say happy St. Michael's Day. Love readings for Kristen Ravello, please. Oh, one went flying across the room. Hold on, let's see what this is. Is there a significant V? Hold on. Sorry. You get that rubber cobra all the time, Kristen. What's that about? Oh, VD, girl. I'm just saying, either something's going down on Valentine's Day or you need to watch out, girl. Because something's happening. Watch out. VD, venereal disease, herpetic. I think we need a medic. Uh-oh. Somebody do the hammer dance right through the room. Can somebody... Hold on. All right, there. Now we can go back to the charms. All right, so you got a V and you got a D. You also got... Kristen's like, I cannot. You got an N, Kristen, and you got an E. That doesn't really do much. I think it could be like any VD. You got some VD, girl? You got any VD? But there you go. All right, so those are your letters. That cobra is yours. Kristen Ravello says, that cobra is mine. It's the rubber cobra. All right, so look at this, bitch. Look at this. You don't got a lot going on, but you got a lot to say. You've got the guardian angel charm right in the center, which I love that. Right next to the boxing glove and the rubber cobra. So that first makes me say, what loser are you dating right now? You are dating a loser, are you not? Can I get a yes or no on that, please? Kristen? It feels to me like there's some guy that is this rubbernecking cobra that is like standing in the middle of your dreams. He's kind of not giving you what you need. If he's off and on, wishy-washy, or whatever, he is just like a rubber cobra, and he's upside down, and he's kind of lame. And I feel like your guardian angel is standing in between you and him, and you might fight with him a bit with the boxing glove here. Is that correct at all? I don't know if that would be correct, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. We have the number, this is the number 9, I think, not 6, right? Yeah, this is 9. This is the number 9 up here. This is actually 9 degrees, but if this is one of the astrology dice, but this is, I believe, the highest. No, it's not the highest number on here, but I'm not sure the significance of that, to be honest. No, you're single, surrounded by losers on dating apps. Well, maybe that's the rubber cobra, because this feels like it's not really offering you much other than like sort of a joke at best. But it's kind of ridiculous. You're not fighting with anybody. There's the boxing glove. So to me, it says like, I don't know, like in the love department, I'm not sure if you need to duke it out with somebody. With yourself, maybe. This here is the elephant, which is the elephant never forgets. That's the higher mind. We have the long distance healing Reiki charm in the past. It's turned over. So it feels like, to me, these two kind of say to me that it feels like there's some stuff in your past that needs to be healed, or that you could have used some healing around. Maybe you sort of denied it in your conscious mind, and those thoughts have not gone away, and that leads to some of the trouble that you're creating in your present around dating, maybe losers on dating apps. Down in your subconscious mind, you do have faith, and you have believe in your dreams, totally like face up. So this to me says like, you know, you have dreams of real love. You want it. The dream catcher is here, but it's sort of upside down and trying to like figure itself out. But it feels like to me it's sort of rising up into your conscious mind amidst all of sort of this goofiness. You have the black heart ring, which is interesting because it signifies sort of like, I don't know, to me, it makes me think of a wedding ring in a way, but it also makes me think of a wedding ring in the sense, but it's got like an attitude to it because it's the black heart. It's like sort of like the punk rock wedding ring. Like, I don't think, like, it could be like anything worth having marriage wise or really deep connection wise is worth fighting for. That could be what's said here. Let's see what this charm is. This is everything is okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So that's flipped over. So it's like that statement is in your higher mind, meaning you have, to me, this feels like you haven't given up trying yet. Or maybe you think you've given up trying, but you actually haven't. That's why it's flipped over. You do have the lovers here in the far future, right? So it says to me that like something is coming. This ring also kind of says to me that something is coming, but you might need to sort of fight some of your demons or fight some of these losers that you might be dating. Um, your guardian angel is watching over you in the middle of all of this, keeping you safe. I don't know if you've borrowed Andrea's guardian angel and stole it from her, but if you have, you've now got it. And it's dead center. It's leading you, I believe, what I feel like I want to say is it is leading you in the right direction, even if these rubberneck snakes don't feel like they're in the right direction. They are getting in the way of your dreams, though. So, sort of entertaining them is kind of like, I feel like maybe a little bit of a waste of your time. I do feel like there is like this idea of union or marriage coming off of this ring, but it will be kind of like edgy. It's not going to be like a traditional sort of relationship or marriage. I don't even know if you want that. I don't think that you necessarily want that. I think that's kind of what this ring represents. It's sort of like you want something that's a little bit not punk rock, but you know what I mean, like bonded and good and a union, but not like say a traditional like white wedding, so to speak. And then beyond that, like what I do see here is that this looks like there is something coming down in the future, but like a little bound chicka wow wow. But I don't know. I can't really say when. This 9 could be indicative of like maybe 9 months, 9 weeks. This could be a time. Let me see. I think this might be indicative of an amount of time. I don't think that, I think that maybe it's like 9 months because I feel like there's this gap here. Like there's this whole gap all the way down here. And I feel like this is the only thing that fell into your future. So I think you might need 9 months to take care of that VD. And once you get that all cleared up and you don't have any VD, you will then be prepared for love in your future. Okay? So I think I think that's what you need to do, girl. Is clear up whatever issues you might have over here at the clinic, and clear up whatever issues you have over here on Tinder, and then get straight about the fact that your guardian angels are leading you. Let them lead you. Don't fight against them. And all these people are singing white wedding lyrics. Nancy Mowbray is singing, nice day to start again. The shade of it all, I know. I'm just kidding with you. I know you don't have BD. But do you know either that or do you know a guy named Ned V? Maybe that's who it is. Maybe you need to get with him. Or Dev N. Maybe you know an Indian guy named Dev N. Dev Nijal or something. Maybe that's the guy you need to get with. I don't know. Or I did Ned V, right? Yeah. So But to me, it feels like down in your subconscious, you have the faith, you believe in yourself, you know that there's something more out there for you, but you're kind of letting these goofballs get in the way of your dreams, right? That's why this dream catcher is here in the present, sort of in the subconscious, and it's upside down. You are protected, and I feel like your guardian angels are trying to guide you. Let them, is what I sort of want to say here. Let them, uh, don't fight against it, and let yourself be carried towards what it is you want. Like, I would say, think about what it is you want. If you want something deeper, more connected, if you want to be married, if you want like a real union, it may not be a traditional sense in the traditional sense. You might want like a guy with a little edge to it, or a guy that wants to go to hockey games or whatever it is your gig is. But it's possible to have that, and I think that it's here. And I think that this charm flips over in a little bit of time, and we get to this place of everything is okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So like, keep working at it, don't give up, don't let the memories of the past and the pain of the past sort of haunt you and create what you're dealing with right now in the present. That's what I would say there. I would just potentially go to the clinic and make sure, get a clean screening. If you've been running around on Tinder, you never know. Kristen Ravello says, a punk rock relationship gives me hope. That's the goal. Screw convention. And I think that's what you want here. That's what I feel like this. It is a heart. It is a black heart. So, but to me, it's just as solid as, like, say, a red heart or whatever, and it represents as a ring. Like, it's going to be a deep, grounded love that you want, not necessarily atypical, the perfect white wedding kind of thing. It's more like, I want to be in love and have a partner in crime kind of thing. It's almost like this Bonnie and Clyde kind of vibe versus Romeo and Juliet. Still that bonded love, but it's got an edge to it. So, I think that's your reading. No VD, are you sure? Tracy, are you aware that I'm reading Kristen Ravello over on YouTube? I'm just wondering. Vending machine, maybe Angel, maybe she needs to date. Okay, I wasn't sure because you were saying no VD. Like, I thought you maybe thought I was saying that you have VD, and I'm like, I don't know you well enough. Okay, so do you want to take a picture of this, Kristen? Kristen says, I'd be the chick to wear a black dress to my wedding. Just saying, haha. Exactly. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like this ring represents. Is not not traditional. There's a Jed. I don't know. I mean, you have the E and the D. What's Jed's last name? You got a screenshot. Awesome. I'm going to clear off the board. My dog is licking my feet. It's so gross. I love her, but it's gross. Can you stop that? I don't need a foot bath. This is not a Thai massage parlor. Like, that's so gross. I mean, I love you, but like, really, girl. So thank you, Kristen. When you and is Andrea coming with you to Dallas? Let me see here. I'm gonna switch cameras really quick just so I can see what's going on. Is Andrea coming with you to Dallas, Kristen, in March? Is that what you said to me? Because I was thinking about it. I want us to go to, if you do come to Dallas, I want to go to, okay, cool. I want to go, have you ever been to Medieval Times? There's a Medieval Times in Dallas. I've never been. I don't want to go, and I have this feeling it'd be super fun to go with you to Medieval Times. I mean, I don't drink, but y'all can get fucking hammered. I don't care. I'll drive, like, so that, like, everybody's safe. And we'll just eat like pigs and, like, shake mutton in the air and scream and stuff. I think that would be fun. And I've always wanted to go. I drive by it all the time on the highway through Dallas, and I'm like, fuck, there's a Medieval Times here? Like, yeah. Have you ever been to Medieval Times? Because I think they're on the East Coast, aren't they? I just think it'd be fun. We could like regress into past lives. Hang the bitch! Hang the bitch! Alright. Jessie J bought your song? Tracy, that's really cool. I love Jessie J. I can't play her music or else Facebook would flag me. But she's cool. If Jessie J bought your song, girl, you could buy a reading. Get it. Alright, so Jessica Jasandi, are you here? Angel Abels is in. She says, I'm in medieval times. Angel, you smell like medieval times, quite frankly, girl. Okay? Just own it. I'm just saying. The poxy. The pox. That's awesome that she bought your song. That's crazy. That's fierce. I love her music. Jessica, did you have a preference on what deck? Did you want Divine Doors or do you want the Vibrational Energy deck? And then I need a topic also, what you like want me to look at as a... Well, with the Vibrational Energy, I can just pull a card for you actually. And the Affirmation deck is just sort of... The Doors deck is sort of affirmation, so I don't necessarily need a topic, you just need to tell me which deck you want me to shuffle from. No preference, surprise me. I'm going to go Divine Doors. Just because we've not used it in this setting yet. So let's go. Thank you, Spirit, for that last reading. Can I get the card that best represents for Jessica Jasoni? These are these little baby cards. They're so fun. They're like, each one has a door picture on the back of it. So we get to look at that and study that first. And then look at the affirmation on the back. Okay. Alright, so here's your door. I'm going to just do it right here in the camera. I want to point out this. I feel like your door is kind of hidden. Hold on, maybe I can put it on the camera. That might help. Let me see if I can do it on the other camera. 1 second. Okay, so here is your door. And what I first noticed about this door is that it's sort of hidden by this ivy. It's a very old door and it's very protected. Like it's got a lot of walls around it, or sort of like this iron. Like makes me feel like it's, you know, very protected, okay? So I'm just describing this as if how I sort of see you, okay? Or what I'm sort of getting from this. Take it however you would like. This door to me feels solid and sturdy. People can depend on you is what I feel like with this door. You are welcoming. You do have a warm heart, and the reason why I say that is I just noticed that there's a little welcome mat right here, but it's kind of like not the first thing you notice. The first thing you notice is all of this overgrowth here. Like you kind of hide part of yourself or the deeper parts of yourself. You do allow some people in. Hey, leave the cat. Oh yeah, let's attack the cat right now. That's a good idea, guys. You do have room to allow some people in, but it's like you're selective. Let's say that, okay? I like the archway. The archway makes me think that you do have flexibility when you want to be, like in matters, just in general. But you can also be strong and you have a lot of strength just judging by this door. And then I like that this planter is here. But I do sort of feel like you do keep yourself somewhat concealed, okay? That would just be my interpretation of the door itself for you. Just to give you a little read there. What the card says is morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. So I think that meditating under the sun would be a nice idea for you, and that's like a rather literal translation. But I think that some of this is about letting light shine on who you truly are and allowing others in. Like I said, I do feel like you're open to that with this little mat here, but let's grow this mat to the full size, cut back this bush, and let the full sun shine on this door. That's what I feel like you need to do, to like fling these doors open and let everybody see what sort of, you know, strength and wonderfulness is inside. They know the strength on the outside, but I feel like you might be a little bit not guarded, but you definitely protect yourself and you protect those that you love. This door makes me feel very solid, stable, and reinforced, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, so that is your reading with the doors card. I hope that makes sense. And I'll read you the back one more time. Morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Now, if you say, fuck that, I'm not a morning person, I don't know what to tell you. You're in trouble then. Because that door is telling you get up in the morning and meditate. So, there you go. That's what your door says. It makes total sense? Good. Thank you for saying that. You're a strong lady, little guarded, willing to let a few choice people in, but they got to pass your test. That's my feeling on that one. All right, who's next? Christina Davis, next for the charming. Rebecca Willis, you've never had a reading before? I know that you've been in the room before. I'm doing free card pulls for people. And then the charms are $25. If you want a charm reading, you can PayPal $25 for a charm reading. But if you just want a card, I can add you to the card list. I think you should go meditate with Kristen. Jessica says, I'm going to go meditate with Kristen Ravello. You should. She has Hershey Kisses. She says, LOL, I'm a morning person. I'm ready for bed now. Are you really? Is Christina Davis here for her charm reading? Rebecca, I can add you to the card list. I'll do you after Christina. Am I not seeing Christina's Facebook responses maybe? Oh, there she is. Okay. So Christina, do you have a topic you want me to charm on? This music's like really trippy. Can you guys hear this music? It's like freaky deaky. It's like there's frogs in the background and then all this weird like like what universe are we in? Past lives? You want me to do a past life for you? All right, let's do that. Let me see, 1 second. I just lost my list. Here we go. Okay. All right, so thank you, Spirit. May I please have a past life reading for Christina Bethany Davis? It's kind of Star Trek-y, isn't it? It's kind of weird. Hey, Sonia Summer, how are you? Heidi Phillips, have I pulled a card for you before? I'm going to switch cameras just so you can watch the drop. Ready? Okay, I'm gonna say this right out of the gate. Total Norse lifetime. Like, I don't know why, but I get like Scandinavia, Norway, right out of the gate. Like, boom, like Viking or energy right out of the gate. Let me get the chat window up. Hold on one second. I feel like there's full on Viking energy going on. What the fuck? Why do I feel that way? I just feel like I'm seeing Vikings. I'm seeing Jen Nichols. This is Jen Nichols. No, I'm just kidding. Jenga! Alright, so, oh, that's not my pointer. This is my pen. So, this to me feels like a Viking lifetime or Scandinavian in that area, in that era. And part of the reason why this key with the iron cross, we have this battle axe, we have this queen's crown here, and even this turtle to me is giving me Viking vibes, which it doesn't normally, but I'm thinking of like sort of it being on like a shield of some sort. The arrow also too feels like there was war. I feel like you were male in this lifetime. Like to me, this feels like you might have been some sort of like a Viking or like almost like a knight, or the equivalent of a knight. I don't know what they call. Hey, Erica, I don't know what they call knights in the Viking times, but I definitely feel like this is Scandinavian, and the Tree of Life here is also giving me that weird sort of witchy woo woo. Um, okay, so shit. I wish I could talk like back and forth with you guys. Um, Even the bull here, like you have the bull. There's this movie that I just was looking at the trailer called Midsommar on Amazon Prime, and it's all about this young couple that go to like Sweden to a festival, and it turns like weird, and it's all about weird witchery stuff. I haven't watched it yet, but I feel like this is what this reminds me of. Even the unicorn is sort of like Viking-ish to me. Now, this is a past life, so we're talking about the whole life in general. It doesn't necessarily have like a past, present, future perspective to it. This is just sort of like everything that went on in the past life. And so peace was not really happening in this life. I think that the peace was a desire that you fought for in this life. I think that you wanted peace in this life, but you were unable to attain it. It was in your higher mind, but it was unattainable. You may have fought for it underneath a queen of some sort, but I think that it was like, it was just too troubled of a time back then. You also have the sun charm, what I consider to be like the sun charm. It's a sunflower, but it's face down too. And so to me, it feels like that's another reason why it feels sort of Scandinavian to me. Like there was long winters, not a lot of sun. It was rough times, cold. And this bowl to me, like, this music is tripping me the fuck out. Okay, Spirit. I get it. Thank you. It just feels very the rose, even the spider, it all feels very like I feel like you fought for the queen in this lifetime. You were a warrior of some sort. Um, this bowl signifies strength, determination. You may have even been born under the sign of Taurus in this lifetime, but you were strong like a bull. And I feel like this was sort of this turtle represents the sea, right? But it also, I keep seeing this like on a shield. Like this might have been sort of the sigil of your family or of the boat that you were on, like the Viking ship or whatever. Like it had this sea turtle design or something. I don't know why, but that's what it's telling me. The arrow speaks to me of war. It also is pointing at this turtle, like remember the turtle is what I'm hearing. Like, and I see this very clearly, like on sort of a shield, like or on like say the side of the boat. It was like sort of the sigil of the family of the of your clan, or I don't know what they called them in the Viking times. This six and it being black, to me it feels like you had power and you were grounded in that power, like you had power and sway. It's a high number, so that, and it being the blacks dice makes me feel like it's grounding, or like sort of sturdy, strong, unwavering. So I think that you had status in this lifetime, and you were very strong and unwavering. What else do I want to say about this? There was belief in magic for sure, because we have the unicorn here. And there might have even been, for some reason, this black dice and the spider make me think of sort of witches, or weird magic that was going on even like in the forest. There was you served a queen, and I feel like this is turned over because quite possibly you feel as though you failed her. You also have a guardian angel charm here. This is Uriel. He's underneath the failed queen. Like, I don't know why, but I sort of feel like this is weird, but I feel like you prayed a lot in this lifetime. You prayed for peace. You prayed for, like, you were a warrior, and you fought for the crown, right? But you were unable to achieve what it is that you wanted. And I think that you prayed a lot to the angels or to the gods or the deities that you believed in at that time, yet you didn't feel as though they were responding um, always to you. That's this tree of life sort of upside down too, is it sort of feels like, to me spiritually, at some point I feel like in this lifetime you might have felt like you were not being heard anymore on a spiritual level. But there was definitely a belief and a connection to spirit. And I feel like this key says to me that you were honored by like the royalty. You know, you were honored by the higher class, even though you weren't necessarily of the higher class. You were a warrior, so you were considered, like, you were taken in by the higher class, but I feel like you weren't necessarily nobility, right? But this key says to me that you were close to nobility. You were allowed to be near nobility. And this to me, this rose to me feels like, I don't know why I feel this way, but there was a young girl involved, and I feel like something happened to her. You loved her deeply. I don't know if she was a daughter or a young bride, but I feel like she passed. Like, this is like her beauty was gone or her beauty was lost. Like, I almost feel like there was a trade of some sort that had to take place, and you lost her. But I feel like you sort of, and what I mean by a trade is sort of like almost like a spiritual trade, or you felt like there was some sort of spiritual trade that was going on. That's why this unicorn is so close to this rose. Like, he's almost trampling this rose. It feels like spirit or magic sort of trampled her or took her from you. And then up here we have this sort of like, I failed the queen at some point, or I didn't achieve what I was supposed to achieve, and like the angels didn't hear my prayer. That's why Uriel was flipped over. It wasn't that the angels didn't hear your prayer, but I think that the battles were just so many and so extreme that it was hard to sort of feel like you were making a success, because what you ultimately wanted was up here, which was peace, and it wasn't attained in that lifetime. But I think that during those lifetimes, it was so much harder to to just survive, that you had to be at a more visceral level. You had to be like this bull. You had to fight. You had to um, war for your own security and your own safety, and for the safety of, say, the realm, right? And I don't know much about Viking history, but for some reason, I feel like this is Scandinavian in nature. Um, I feel like it's this battle axe, it's this turtle, even the spider, all of it is making me feel like Scandinavia. So if it was Swedish or Vikings, Norway, it was up in that region amongst those people a long time ago. There was a lot of bloodshed. There was a lot of magic going on, like spiritual magic, natural magic, Wiccan magic. This tree is definitely that. There was also sort of, the angels or the dealing with spirit. It was somewhat civilized in the sense that you had queens or rulers, but it was also barbaric in a lot of ways with this arrow and this axe here. I feel like you lived, as far as for the time, like when I ask, like how long did she live, or as he, because I know that you were male in this time, in this lifetime. I feel like you lived longer than you wanted to. Like, I feel this sadness, especially around this rose and around this crown. Like, it feels to me like these were two losses that really hurt you. And it's like you wanted to probably go earlier than you did. I feel like, I don't even think that your death was necessarily nasty in the sense that like it was in battle. I feel like maybe you actually died just of, I almost feel like you died of heartache or died of sadness. Like, it wasn't war that took you. It was like, I feel like you were this strong warrior. You won a lot of battles. You did what you could, but you didn't achieve the goals that you wanted. And you had to sort of walk through the later years of your life sort of carrying that with you. And so it feels a little bit lonely, and I feel the sadness inside of me, right? But I feel like maybe you died of like some sort of a sickness, or like it wasn't like a death on a battlefield. It was more of a slow death, or like a death of, like at the time, dying of old age back then would have been like dying at 30 or 35, maybe 40. And you might have made it that long, right? But then, like, it was like a sickness or an illness took you, and you were ready to go because this life was, although you were accomplished in the in the in the lifetime, you were sort of accomplished in things, nature, like the nature of war, and I feel like that wasn't in line with what you really wanted, which was peace. And I feel like you were a spiritual person. This angel tells me that you were connected to spirit and to magic and all of that stuff, and you believed in it and you prayed to it, and it still, it in the end, you you left the planet feeling like it didn't deliver. Wow, that music is like, the timing on that music is like perfect. Like it didn't follow through on its promise, even though you feel as though you did everything you could. All right. Does that make sense, Christina? Thank you, Kristen. Kristen Ravella says, Dan, your past live readings are absolutely incredible. They blow my mind every time. I know, I'm really surprised, but it's like the minute these threw down and I just like, I looked, like my head went straight to Norway, and it was like cold, warring, like Vikings. This I know was a sigil of her family. She was male. I know that. The key says that like nobility, like she was allowed into the circles of nobility, but not necessarily considered rich or you know what I'm saying? But she was sort of an important figure during her lifetime, but not quite like a king. It was more like a very accomplished warrior, and you had access to the higher society, but you weren't considered part of that society. Because I know that too, because this rose, if this is either your daughter or a young girl, a young bride that you were going to take, she was not rich. She was like a commoner, and she died. Hey, Jen Nichols. And when she died, I think that that sort of really sealed the deal for you on that lifetime as far as your happiness was concerned. You felt as though you were robbed. Like the gods stopped listening. If you want a screenshot, you got it? Okay, perfect. All right, so the next person is, I think, Rebecca for a card, right? Rebecca Willis, you wanted a card? You're lying. Jang was not a Norse name. Kristen Ravello is saying Jang was a Norse name. Are you serious? You just Googled it? No way! I'm telling you, like, the angel doesn't want to go back in the box. Get back in the box, Uriel. The angel's almost as bad as my cat tonight. Google said it? Are you serious? Well, maybe Jang was her name then. All right, so let's get to Rebecca Willis. Rebecca, did you have a preference on which deck I use, either the Doors deck or the Vibrational Energy cards? Do you have a particular deck you want me to choose from? Or I can do the Breakup deck, if you want that. I just want to use the decks that I've opened. The Breakup deck is very good too. That's this one. In 1066, after the Normans conquered England, I think surprise you. Okay. I think I want to use the Breakup deck. My urge is to use the Breakup deck, so we're going to do that with you, Rebecca. So thank you, Spirit, for that reading. And let me see a card for Rebecca Willis. What does she need to do? So this Breakup deck is made by an artist out of Los Angeles called the Divine Scarlet. You can find her work on Etsy. She's also on Instagram under the Breakup deck. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I did an unboxing video of it on YouTube, so you can see it there. It's not for the faint-hearted, for sure. This deck is all about doing work and healing around one's pain around love and stuff, but it's a really beautiful deck. We worked with it one night last week, I think, either Friday or Saturday, and it's incredible. It's not just about breakups, which I thought that's what it was about when I did the unboxing. There's actually a lot to be said for this. There's a lot of like heart work in this deck, which I love. It really gets you to thinking and working on stuff. So what card is for Rebecca? So I just want to show you guys the artwork on the back of the deck. It's just beautiful. I love how it has, and it sort of has like a dream catcher feel to it a little bit. But if you look, there's suture marks in the heart, and then there's this golden light in the heart. Like it's like we're not dead yet, and you have that candle up here with this ribbon. I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, just gorgeous. All right, so your card is stop feeling bad for yourself. They aren't worth your energy. Sorry if that looks backwards from the camera. I'm going to say this. It's pretty obvious what this one's about. Don't give your energy to any situations where that doesn't deserve you anymore. And don't allow your feelings or your other people's perceptions of yourself keep you penned in to giving energy to situations that no longer serve you. That's how I would feel about this. I don't necessarily know that I don't get the sense that you feel bad for yourself per se, but I think that you might keep yourself in situations. The feeling that I'm getting, this is not my pointer, excuse me. I must have my magic pointer that I love so much. This says to me, this is what I'm feeling, is that you probably give energy to situations that aren't worth it anymore. And you've known this for a while. And I think that I get this sense or this feeling that sort of, you're just kind of like, okay, you're like your expectations have lowered. It's not that you feel bad for yourself. as much as you just sort of have stopped being inspired or hoping for certain things in a way, if that makes sense. And so to be inspired or to hope for more, this card tells you to stop feeling bad for yourself. They aren't with your energy. So in essence, stop giving your energy to things that aren't giving back to you. Is sort of what I feel like the gist of this is, or how this message would be more tailor-made towards you. Is that if there's anything that you're giving your energy to that isn't necessarily reciprocating back the good energy that you give to it, it's not worth your time anymore. And it's not worth, to me, I feel like I don't necessarily know that you're feeling bad for yourself as much as it's maybe sort of slowly taking its toll on you. And it's sort of chipping away at you. And at a certain point, you might end up feeling bad for yourself or feeling like, what is wrong with me? Right now, I don't think you're at that place, but I think that you could get to that place if you continue to give your energy to situations that aren't serving you. So keep that in mind, okay? Rebecca says, care what other people think and you'll always be their prisoner. I think that's true, and that's kind of what this card is saying. So if that's a phrase that you live by, then this is perfect, because this card is affirming that statement that you've just made to me. You're welcome, Rebecca. All right, so Miss Jen Nichols, are you still here? Because I have... Christina Davis says, I don't think my comments are getting through, Dan. Just wanted to know that it made a lot of sense. I have strong connections with the Druids and the Vikings. Perfect reading. Awesome! Thank you, Christina. I just saw that. Thank you. I guess they weren't getting through because it was funny to me. I don't know much about the Druids. I know the Druids were the old magicians and all of that. I don't even really know what time period, but it could have been Druidic, that lifetime. But it felt like sort of pelty Viking realness. If pelty Viking realness is a thing, right? We've got some pelty Viking realness on aisle 5. Sachet Chante. Anyways, let me fix the video camera really quick. 1 second. Okay, that should work. I hope. Let me put this up. Jen Nichols, are you here? Hey, Lisa Vanderhelm, how are you? Panther on the runway. Exactly, Kristen. Jen Nichols, are you still in the room, girl? Are you hiding from me again? Okay, do you want a reading, Jen Nichols? Because I've got you and I've got Amanda Coupin-Myers. And then I'll do another card. Chris Lily J, you're commenting I'm seeing on my phone, but I'm not seeing the comments in the thing. Let me just check my PayPal really quick just to make sure nobody snuck in. All right, we are good there. Okay, so Jen Nichols, did you want a reading, and on what subject? Love or past life? Which one would you like? You tell me. Whichever one you want. It's up to you. You get to choose. Uh-oh. The yawn just came in. On love? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Can I please get a love reading? Let me... Ooh, weird. Hold on one second. I'm going to switch cameras. Is it out of focus? 1 second. Okay. And you got the mood ring stuck to my finger, Jen. I think that's kind of funny. So I'm just going to let that drop off somewhere. But I think there's significance to that. I feel like that mood ring sliding onto my finger made me laugh because I feel like there could be marriage or something, or proposal of some sort. Let's see what sort of tiles you got. A, E, U, D, and an N. Uh-oh. Are we getting married, Jen? Is that why I'm wearing that ring? I don't know. Anyways, so let's see. Or there's a Dan in the EU that you need to get with, girl. I'm just saying. Get your ass to Europe and check it out. There might be some Daniel that you need to get down to Pound Town with in Europe. Oh my God, wait a second. And you do have the Eiffel Tower right here, I just noticed. He may be an Aquarius even. All right, so let's look at everything that's going on here. Love for Jen Nichols. All right. You have, first off, a big sort of clustery thing going on here that I want to pick apart. I know that this is the manifestation magnet from Abraham Hicks, and you've got a rusty old key, and you've got the crucifixion stuck to it. I don't know why this crucifixion keeps coming up, but this reading is for Jen Nichols on love. So I don't know why this keeps coming up for people, but people seem to be running. This to me says like you're raking yourself over the coals over ancient bullshit that you've been dealing with for like probably a really long time that hasn't changed, okay? I'm going to move this all off for one moment just so I can look at what's underneath. Because underneath, trying to hold all of this up for you is an archangel. Let's see which archangel it is. Let's flip it over. It's our friend Uriel again. He's pretty busy, this guy. So he's here again, and he's upright, and he's underneath this Abraham Hicks magnet that has the Christ crucifixion and this old key attached to it, like magnetically, okay? So they all came out together as one. So this is saying to me that somewhere in your love department, you're maybe manifesting some troubles or some stuff that's like from the past, like you're not letting yourself off the cross kind of thing. You're not giving yourself a break, it feels like to me, in your present time right now. And it feels like your guardian angels or your archangels maybe are trying to help you with that. They're underneath this, trying to give you support and trying to help you through this, but you're not quite allowing for it just yet, okay? Now, you do have the heart with wings, so it does say to me, and I love this charm, it's a tiny charm, it's hard to sort of come out of this big box of stuff. It says to me, you do want true love and you want to set your heart free. It is upright and face up, like, in the right position. So it says to me that it's totally possible for you, and it is something that you are consciously aware of and desirous of. We've got that damn Leo charm back again, and it's about this connected. If you watched last night, I don't know if you watched last night's broadcast, but this charm showed up in a lot of different readings. It's a coin that is the representation of Leo on the backside, but it keeps showing up in this sexual position where the woman is seated atop the man's lap. And to me, this always was signifying the other night about feeling sort of connected and protected at the same time in the relationship that you're in. When you're vulnerable, like say when you're naked or having, intercourse, you want to feel connected, supported, loved. And so I feel like that's what this charm is about. It's about feeling that connection, that support, that love. And so you want that. You're desirous of that. This angel heart, this like heart with wings says to me that it also like sort of what's the word that I want to say? Like mimics that, you know, that you want that true real love, right? Now, we have one of these. I want to see what this is. What is this? This is family. Family's in the center of everything too, and it's face down, meaning that I think that your family obviously is extremely important to you in all of this, but I feel like there's some sort of self-doubt or worry. That's why it's face down. Like you feel like maybe because you're struggling up here with all of this stuff and trying to sort this stuff out, you might be letting your family down. But my instincts or my intuition, spirit is telling me that that's not true. This is like sort of like this another almost worry that you've sort of put on yourself, similar to this situation where you're almost manifesting worry, manifesting like your family's at the center of everything in your present mind, and I think that your family is okay. Your family is fine, but you don't believe that it's not as fine. Like almost like your own worst critic. Again, we have this. It brings me back to this crucifixion symbol. Like it's like stop crucifying yourself. Give yourself a break. Now, we do have the Aquarius sign, and I think you said your dad is Aquarian, isn't he? Isn't that what you said? And Jen says, I do think I'm manifesting problems. It's annoying. I think you are too a little bit. And the funny thing is you don't need them because I see like positive things in here. I see really positive things in here, but it feels like you're attracting sort of old stuff to you. This key is like, you are your own worst critic. And that's what I feel like what's going on because to me, I'm feeling like this is a lie that you tell yourself. This family facing charm being down, like your family is your most important thing to you. They're in the dead center, but it's like you're feeling like you're failing them, but that's not true, is what I'm hearing. Right? Yes, your dad is an Aquarius, and that's this energy here. And underneath it is the frog. The frog is pinned underneath and he's upside down, and the frog represents cleansing. And girl, oh my God, you've got the boxing glove next to your dad. I know a little bit about, because I've done a private reading for you about your dad. You've got the boxing glove near your dad. He's sitting on this cleansing, like this cleansing needs to take place in this relationship, I feel like. And you've got the barbell, which means that like heavy lifting or hard work needs to take place coming up in the near future. But I want to say this, you have another guardian angel charm face up sitting right next to this barbell, meaning any hard work in this relationship that you need to do or take care of, you're going to be guided, you're going to be safe, you're going to be okay. So just trust that you can do this work, that you have the strength, that you have the ability, you have the strength of heart. You have the desire. This 6 here is a green 6. To me, this is the highest number, like sort of healing dice that you can get. So it feels like a lot of healing needs to take place, or you're desirous of a lot of healing in your conscious mind. You need it. You've probably had some already, and you need more. You're working on it. You've got to give yourself credit where credit is due. Down here in the subconscious, we have, when you are grateful for what you have, more will come into your life. Okay? But it was face down and upside down, and I love how the arrow is pointing from it to this boxing glove. Like, are we fighting against what we have on some level? Are we angry about what we're getting on some level and pretending like we're okay with it? That would be the question that I think, because I think that when this becomes real in your subconscious, like when this flips over and you begin to believe this, that when you are grateful for what you have, more will come into your life. These things that you want and that you desire are there for you. They are there for you. To me, like I want to go further over this way. You do have the Eiffel Tower, so there could be a Dan in the EU, but I'm just kidding about that. This is also about romance and love. Not only is it travel, but this can represent as romance and love. So I feel like there is romance in here for you. I kind of feel like, let me just look at this for a second. So I feel like this represents his romance and love. I think that maybe you are married, and I think that maybe I kind of get the feeling that maybe you guys need to get away. I feel like you need to take care of your relationship with your dad. I think that there's a cleansing that needs to take place. Like he needs to let up. Something needs to happen. Your dad needs to get out of the way, and you guys need to cleanse that relationship and make it new again. I think it would help. Um, I feel like the scuba diver, which usually means going deep, is swimming up from your subconscious, coming up to address this problem for you right now. I feel like he's like, I'm on my way. Don't worry, Jen. Here I come. Don't worry. I feel like he's come up from down here. Like he belongs down here, but he's swimming and making his way up to this sort of issue that you've got going on right here. And your subconscious is going to sort of help you unravel some of why you are doing what you're doing or why the manifestation stuff, it's like you're going to the past with this old key and you're not giving yourself a break. And so this guy's coming up to swim to sort of help you sort through this and take this apart, and the angels are trying to help you too. Now, when I go over here, this is the future stuff. And so the ring, the mood ring that was on my finger, like which made me feel like I was getting married to you. I thought that was funny as I was digging through it, like slipped right onto my ring finger and on my left hand, which I am left-handed, but that's where you put your wedding ring. Um, it makes me think maybe there's to me, this is a mood ring. It's all about your mood in the future, how you're perceiving things. When you are grateful for what you have, more will come into your life. I think that your mood is going to shift for the better. And the reason why I say that is the rose is also under here. It is upside down right now because it's in the future, but there's also a clear quartz, which to me is a queer quartz point, a clear quartz point, which says to me that there's energy for you, there's clarity for you in the future. You have the lizard underneath all of this, which is the dreaming charm, meaning like your dreams need to come through a little bit more. But this is all going to be indicative of your moods and where you're at, what you're looking at, what you're focusing on, how you're focusing on it. Is going to show whether or not you're able to see your beauty, whether or not you're able to honor your beauty. If you honor your beauty, I'm going to just show you what I feel like these charms want to do. Like, so your mood is good, right? This starts to go upright and you start to acknowledge yourself for the rose that you are, for the beauty, the strength, the fragility, all of the things that come with this rose, right? It is like a beautifully protected flower. If you treat yourself as such, it starts to go upright. That allows the lizard to come into play into the future, where dreams start coming clearer, right? And he's able to go upright. We have this energy, this extra energy here, this clear quartz crystal that is able to add sort of oomph and drive to your positive thoughts and your positive mood, but you need to like concentrate on that. You also have Mother Mary up here in the future. She is inverted, but I don't think that matters as much because I feel like she's sort of looking down on this whole process. And roses are often associated with Mary. Hey, Gus. Roses are often associated with Mary. So it's interesting to me. I would see why she would be taking an interest in making sure that you are okay in this whole situation here. But this is about I feel like there's like you have to heal your relationship with your dad, and as you do that, a lot of the other stuff is gonna like sort of take care of itself. And as you need to realize that you are protected, you are safe, and you will be guided. You're strong enough. This barbell says you're strong enough to do the work. He may not be, but you are, and so you can do your part or whatever so that you can get your stuff straight and truly believe that it's straight, right? Right now, I think that it's as straight as you can get it and it's good, but you don't necessarily believe it fully because this family charm is face down. You worry still. There's still a part of you that doubts yourself, and it worries you when it comes to your family. And I think I got to reiterate that that's not true. that your family is in the center, and they're doing better than you give yourself credit for. But you need to see that for yourself, and your subconscious mind, Mr. Submerging Scuba Diver, is like swimming up here to sort of sort this out for you as to why you're doing this again. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you've been better in the past. You don't always do this to yourself, but right now you might be stuck in a little bit of a familiar pattern, or a place where you've been before where it doesn't feel very good. And so I think that you will get to something where you feel better, but you have to be very conscious of your mood and what you're focusing on. You have to be very conscious of your own strength, your own fragility, your own beauty, and honor that for what it is. You have to be aware of your dreams and be clear on them, be clear on all of these things in this future time. And also know that you're being watched over. You know, there's a feminine presence here, whether it's Mary. I don't know if you're a religious person, but I believe in the power of Mother Mary, and I believe that she's looking over this whole area of your life, trying to protect it. Like, to me, I would say, even though you might feel like things aren't going certainly your way, or feeling so great right now, and you may not be feeling super grateful, you have a guardian angel overlooking your relationship with your father. I think that there's a lot of blessings in here that if you line yourself up with them, this mood ring is kind of part of that. If you line yourself up with them, you might really be able to shift all of this, and love will flood in. You have plenty of love, right? I mean, within you, your desire for it is strong, your desire for connection is strong, your manifestational powers are actually really good. That's why you're able to pick up this heavy ass key. This key is not light. I mean, this key is heavy. So, and it's old. So it's not only picking up that, but it's also picking up the crucifixion thing. So it says to me that you are a good manifester. You know how to manifest shit. But right now you just happen to be focusing on what's not working, and therefore you're manifesting what's not working versus what is. And then you're criticizing yourself because things are going wrong and you're thinking it's your fault. And I mean, it is sort of, because you're manifesting it, but it's not about fault here. It's about shifting your focus. And you can do that. I think that you have the strength, you have the power, you have the ability, the heart, the drive, all of it to make it happen. I just think that like, you need to believe it. And once you believe it and you become grateful for it, it's all going to change. Do you want to take a picture of this, or can I... do you need to take a screenshot, or do you want me to clear the board, Jen? You're welcome. Yes, it is a great thing to set intentions with. All right, perfect. Okay, so I did a card for Rebecca Willis. Lisa Vanderhelm, did you want a card? Is that what I'm seeing? And then Amanda Kuppenmeyers, you'll be next. Uriel does not want to leave this box top tonight. He's out having a party. He's like, yay, we're out of the trunk box. Okay, so for you, I'm going to use the Vibrational Energy Oracle card, since we haven't used those tonight. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. So here's your card. It's upon a star. And this to me is the card that's like totally about magic. Um, and it's called Upon a Star, and it makes me think of that song, when you wish upon a star, there's no difference where you are. You guys don't want me to sing to your trust. But to me, this feels like what I want to say to you is it's all within your power, Lisa. It's all like wherever you put your focus and your intention, you can create it. That like sort of magic happens, or if you've been going through anything that's been a bit of a struggle of recent, I feel like that energy is going to change for you. This Upon a Star feels like you're radiating positivity, or you will be radiating positivity if you haven't been. This darker purple feels like maybe in the past you've had a little bit of a struggle here and there, but to me, this feels like you really, I don't know, like you're sort of your own, how do I want to say this? Like, it almost feels like you could be your own guardian angel in a way, or your own bright light, your own shine, you put that out into the world and you receive that back. And so, um, to me, it feels like right now it's an important time for you where you could be uh, like like focusing your intention, and tonight is actually really good. Like Jen Nichols just brought up that it is new moon intentions tonight. Focus that attention and wish on the moon tonight. Wish upon a star. Bring that positive energy, that positive attention forward, and utilize it because it's strong, it's intense, and it's like magic. And I think that you can you've been told that you are your own guardian angel. It feels like that in this card. I don't know why, but it feels like this is your own light. Like, um, like for fear of sounding like kind of kooky, I think you could be sort of from the angelic realm in spirit. And I don't know if you're naturally drawn to angels, but I sort of feel like that's what this card is sort of telling me. And when you wish upon a star, or when you dream, and when you're kind to others, and when you're good to people, you can actually achieve all kinds of beautiful and wonderful things, not only for others, but also for yourself. And you're allowed to have those things for yourself. I want you to know that too. Because I feel like sometimes we don't acknowledge that within ourselves, and we think that we're supposed to give to others more so than we take, or more so than we give to ourselves, and we forget to give to ourselves. And then, we might get into a funk or a depression, things get heavy, and we lose that shiny brightness that attracts people to us to begin with. Does that make sense? I was also told I'm not sure what that word is, Lisa. You're typoing again, but she's saying I was also told once that I was born in heaven first before coming here. I'm not surprised. That doesn't surprise me, Lisa. This card is telling me that. I'm kind of saying that to you already, girl. Like, I kind of feel like you and I, or I feel like this star is sort of you radiating out, and it's this beautiful energy that's within you. And I don't know if you necessarily always know it's there. I think there's times where you are aware, but this card is calling out to remind you of who you are and what you are and how bright you can shine. Be mindful and utilize it and help those around you with it, but don't burn it out. We run the potential of burning it out, and we don't want to do that. It's too beautiful and powerful of a gift, and we're also allowed to use it for ourselves, because when we shine and we bring that energy, we also, it enables others to find their shine. It enables others to find the star within themselves. Okay, so I think that that's key for you, is to be able to give to yourself as much as you might say give to others, and know your beauty, know your brightness, know your shine, know the power of your intentions, know the power of your manifestational skills, know the be not be grateful, but yes, be grateful, always be in gratitude, but appreciate this life, and from that place, from that appreciation and that gratitude, magic can be created. Let's just say that. My lights just blinked on. Just like my lights kind of dimmed a little bit here in the room right after I said that. So that's a definite affirmation from Spirit that what I'm telling you is true. Okay? So I'm going to leave you there with that. All right? I think that's a good card for you. Okay? Amanda Kuppenmeyers. Are you still here, Amanda? You're welcome, Lisa. I know you're new, Sonia. I saw that. I'm sorry I haven't acknowledged it. I was in the middle of the reading. Sonia, I will see. Let me do Amanda, because I have a paid reading for Amanda first. Amanda Kuppenmeyers. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for being patient. And then I'll do a card for Sonia, and then that's going to be it. I'm going to wrap it up, guys, because we'll be at the 9:30 mark by that point. Amanda, do you have... no need to apologize, Christina. I don't understand what you're apologizing for. Do you have a topic that you want me to charm on, Amanda? Let me just double check my PayPal too, because I want to make sure nobody else is paid. Please, nobody pay anything at this time, because I'm going to wrap up. Okay, perfect. We're good. Thank you to everybody that bought readings tonight. I really appreciate it. You guys helped me to keep this dream alive and remember that I could do this for a living. Do you have a topic you want me to charm on, Amanda? Messages and guidance from Spirit. Okay, Spirit says that's okay. Alright, what are the messages and guidance from Spirit? Thank you, Spirit, for all of these readings today. Yeah, messages and guidance from Spirit for you. Oh shit. we got dice flying everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to bring this up because this fell out and went flying across the table, but it needs to be here. It's definitely wanting its presence known. So there's a relationship, I feel like, right out of the gate that needs to be healed. It's because it's the 2 and it's the green dice. So I feel like messages and guidance from Spirit is our topic, so let's look at what we've got going on here. But there's definitely something key. Spirit wants you to look at some relationship that needs healing. So much so it practically threw the dice at me. Okay? Now, let's get your Scrabble tiles together. We've got a G, We've got an N, and we've got an E. So there you go there. I don't know if that's initials or if that means anything to you, but those are your letters. Now let me just look at what we've got going on here. We have I think this is faith, isn't this? No, this is courage. Okay. So courage, dream. That damn Leo charm is back, but this is the symbol for Leo. Amanda, are you a Leo? The Leo sign is up this time. It's not that, and it's next to the owl, which is the small bit of knowledge, right? Which is like, which angel is this? If this is Uriel again, no, this is Jophiel. Okay. Let me just look at this for a moment. Yeah, this is, isn't this Shokure? This is the one that's the building of power, right? And it is face upright, but it is sort of like, see, you're telling me just message and guidance from spirit, so I don't necessarily know if I need to look at this from past, present, future, like the way that I normally break up the board. So I'm kind of trying to look at it to sort of figure out how spirit wants me to convey all of this stuff to you. Because there is a relationship thing going on. I feel like these two dice are possibly connected to one another. Like right now, it's not. This is like the same relationship, and this is the same relationship later that's healed. Does that make money? And does that make sense? Does that make money? Does that make sense? And so I feel like, and we have this dream charm here, which is like either you're not able to dream right now, or you're not remembering your dreams, you're not paying attention to your dreams, and the courage charm is not being accessed either. Like spirit wants you to know that, okay? Spirit also wants you to see there's a lot of like sort of you have the battle axe, you have the boxing glove. So there's and the hard work charm here, like the barbell is here. Um, and the hardened heart. So I feel like I don't know if this is like about a relationship that you struggle in. Are you single, Amanda? I have a sibling that is love. I'm believing in a relationship to heal. Because you have this Leo symbol here, and it's next to the knowledge symbol, right? And so to me, this is a fiery dynamic energy. If you're not a Leo, or you're not in a relationship with a Leo, or there's not some Leo energy around you, then it's like maybe it's telling me that you need to be like a Leo, you need to be forceful like a lion, you need to like use your fiery energy, that spirit, like that sort of take no prisoners kind of attitude. But it's next to this owl. So it feels like you know something. If there is a Leo, a significant Leo in your life, I'm not sure what's going on. What is LOE? You're saying love, Ducky's saying wow. I'm not sure what I'm missing. Am I missing something here? Oh, you've never been in a relationship with a Leo. Okay. Um, Hold on, let me just look at this for a minute because I think that you're asking for messages and guidance from spirit. And so spirit communicates a little bit differently. And so when I look at this, I need to look at this all like a singular message, right? To me, it looks like it's not like when I divide the board into thirds and thirds to kind of figure out where things lie, I don't have that grid to sort of work with when you ask for a message from guidance and spirit. To me, when I look at all of this sort of stuff, there's all of this like swirling energy around this stuff. I look at the key being close to the heart with wings. Like, it feels to me like this is spirit saying that you need to sort of open the cage and let your heart out, right? The courage and the dream charms were flipped over, which says to me that maybe you're not accessing your courage and being brave. That would explain why you're locking up your heart a little bit or keeping yourself safe. The dream charm also says to me, and I'm not using like a higher mind thing, but the fact that it was flipped over says to me that maybe you're not either spirit might be trying to reach you through your dreams. That's why you're looking for guidance with me, but you're not necessarily paying attention, or you're not dreaming big enough. You're not maybe not that you're not dreaming big enough, but like you can dream. You can like have ideas of being happy and creating some of the things that you need or want. You have the moon charm, and again, there's a small fairy attached to this moon, so it's another sort of like otherworldly spirit sort of energy. You have Jophiel here over a plane, which to me it feels like it's protecting you. The plane generally represents travel, so I don't know if you have any plans to go anywhere, but if you do, I feel like you are protected by this sort of guardian angel. The battle axe here says to me that something needs to be cut away. You have the bravery charm, but it's sort of face down. So, are you being brave, right? Like, that's what I want to ask. Like, are you. Let me see here. Like when I look at all of this, it makes me think like, are you treating yourself well enough? Are you honoring yourself? Are you setting your heart free? Are you cutting away the bullshit in your mind? Are you being brave? Are you giving yourself a break? Are you doing the work? Like pulling together the energy to have the things that you want. Like these lovers is here too, which says to me that this love or this relationship, like once you ground it, you can have it, and it can be like a healing experience, but you have to trust yourself. You have to have the courage to put yourself out there. You have the knowledge, right? But it's like sort of, I feel like spirit is telling me that you're not necessarily giving yourself the opportunity or the acknowledgement that all of this stuff is going on. Sag is fire energy, but that's not it. It's more about, like, I almost feel like this is more about Leo energy in the sense that either, I mean, I don't want to be all predictive and be like, oh, you're going to meet a Leo, because I don't think that's fair to do to you, but I think that this might be like indicative of being like a Leo. Be the king of your own jungle. Like, get out there, do your life, live like the queen that you're supposed to be. Treat yourself kindly. Ground in that. Ground in the idea of having a loving, healed, like real relationship. Ground in the fact, like, be brave. Like, flip this bravery charm over, and allow yourself sort of the courage to dream, right? You have the smarts, you have the knowledge, but you don't put it forth. This is the small owl, it's not the big owl. Doesn't mean that you're not smart. What it means is that you're kind of hiding. You know, that's what I feel like when I look at this. I kind of feel like you're sort of hiding. Like, if you want to travel, do it. Go, you're protected, you can go. Have fun, enjoy. Like, to me, this feels like if you're asking for a message from spirit, like, and then the boxing glove is here too, like, which sort of says to me, like, don't fight yourself, don't fight who you are, don't fight what you are, like, build the power, like, heal yourself, build the power, know that you deserve it, seek love, it's out there for you. Um, and it can be out there, and it can be very healing and beneficial. I mean, this would be like, because this fell outside of the board, I think that this would probably be something that it might take some time to create for yourself, but it's able, if you ground in the belief of it, and that you deserve it, and that it's going to be a love that's bonded and good and great, that I believe that you can bring it to yourself in due time. But you have to like learn to have the courage to go after it and believe in yourself that you deserve it, and b, dream about it. You know, spirit wants you to dream more. Get bigger about your dreams. Believe in yourself. Make this, like, use this knowledge that you have, that you sort of, like, I feel like when I look at this, I feel like this is you diminishing what you know. Like you sort of denying your knowledge, or not acting on it always. Maybe taking other people's opinions over your own, that sort of a thing. And so Spirit wants you to not do that. Spirit wants you to be more fiery and more aggressive, like say maybe this Leo energy. Not that Leos are aggressive per se, but you know, the lion is the king of the jungle. Get in there and go after it. Leos are fiery, dynamic people. They don't, you know, they're usually like sort of, I don't know, the center of attention. They don't put up with too much. And this is the building of the power chakra, Shokure, I think it's called. And so that's why it spins in that circle. And it's also right next to the barbell, and it's right next to the hardened heart, which says to me that like you want love, but like, do you believe that you're deserving of it? Do you have the courage to go after it? Do you trust yourself to create it and achieve it? Hey Linda, how are you? Have a good dinner break. Yeah, bold and fierce. Like, you know, fiery. Go out there and get what you need. Isn't this Shokure then? Or am I wrong about that? It's upside down, right? I know that the symbol's upside down. And this is the builder of power, like you where you sort of swirl up the power. So to me, this is about like spirit wants you to like build up your own power and your courage and your ability to dream and to create it for yourself. It's telling me that you are a queen. You have the intuition. You have the ability to create the love that you want, that you deserve. You have the strength to go about getting it, and you can build that power. And you even said yourself, you know Reiki, so use some of that Reiki on yourself. Even travel a little bit, have some fun, be brave, enjoy life, cut away the bullshit. Is spirit trying yo? I don't. What does that mean? Is spirit trying yo? You asked sort of a broad question, like, what is spirit trying to say, or guidance from spirit? So that kind of leaves it wide open to, is spirit trying to heal your old relationship? Mm, I don't think so. What I think is, if it has anything to do with your old relationship, what I think is all of these charms here are telling me that you need to take care of yourself first. And if that means that way later down the line, when you're all squared away and you're acting like the Beyonce of the hood kind of thing, like this Leo charm in the center, when you are the queen of your own jungle, you know, when you're wearing the crown and you're treating yourself as such, if this person, this old relationship comes back into play, that's okay. It may come back. If it were, it's going to come back and be a more healed relationship than it is now. But to me, this might be that relationship, and it's sort of like dead here. So we might want to leave it here and concentrate on ourselves versus living for the resuscitation of a relationship that we've already left. And the only reason why I say that is because the dream charm and the courage charm, we need to remember, were flipped over. So you haven't been dreaming and you haven't necessarily been showing super courageous sides. And wasn't it in The Wizard of Oz, it was the lion that was like the cowardly lion? So be courageous like an actual real lion would? What was the lion after? The Tin Man was after the heart and the lion was after his courage, right? In the Wizard of Oz? She says lols makes sense. So I think that this is about finding the courage, trusting your knowledge, and having the courage to go after the things that you want. Don't let other people dictate to you what they think you need or how they think you should be or what they think you should do. You need to cut that shit away and trust your own self and build your own knowledge base. Be brave. Unlock the key to your heart and what your heart wants. And move forward, build that power, and like empower yourself. Treat yourself like a queen and fight for it, damn it. See, and that's what this says to me. You're saying here right now, you said, I'm trying to work on healing me first so I may find a true and blessed relationship. And I feel like that is here and here. These are things that you're working on, right? This is the couple that is like bonded together in love. I really think that this is about working on yourself and you will find your way to this. But this is literally out here, right? So we need to not even worry about this right now. We need to be doing this work here for ourselves so that we can have the courage to dream. And as we dream, which it's funny because this dream is the green charm and we've got the green dice. So are we dreaming this dice into existence? But right now, you're not at a place where you're fully realizing your dreams yet. Remember that. So these are showing me they're on the board, so these are possibilities and they're available to you, but you need to start to access them. And by doing that, you have to have the courage to trust yourself, trust your heart, trust your knowledge. Be courageous. You can't see this, Amanda, but over on Facebook, Christina is saying, "I keep feeling stop fighting yourself." Kristen Ravello says the cowardly lion believed his fear made him inadequate, so be brave. I think that that's what this is about. You said you asked for guidance from Spirit, and Spirit is telling you that this is about like doing the work on yourself, being courageous, being brave, and when you do that work, and when you're willing to fight for it and not give in, and this is what you want, build power around what you want. Focus only on what you want and how you want it, and treat yourself. Look at it from the perspective of as if you were a queen, what a queen would deserve, and how she would request it, and request it in that manner from the universe, and then dream about it and let it come to you. And it's out here. It's out here, like out in the ethers, waiting to be created. But you need to be sort of able to create it. Does that make sense? Don't be neg, girl. Don't be negative. Be positive. Don't be neg, girl. Linda Massa says, I had a great breakdown seeing your charm reads and eating Doritos. Oh shit, I forgot. Did you want to take a screenshot of this, Amanda, before I clear it off? Ducky says, Doritos. Ducky, it's not your cheat day. Don't torture yourself like that. Amanda, is it okay if I clear off the board? I'm reading stuff from YouTube, my YouTube viewers, what they're saying. No, it's not okay to clear off the board, Amanda. Do you need to take a screenshot? Okay, you got it on your iPad. Perfect. All right, thank you. All right, so let's say goodnight to the charms. Say thank you to the charms. Thank you to Spirit for bringing us all those lovely charm readings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to do a card for Sylvia Cerna. Or Sylvia, right? That's her name? I didn't write down her name. Hi. It's time. I can tell when it's time because... Come here. Have fun at work, Linda. Come here. Come up here. Get up here. No, you can't get up there. She's up there. Come here. I want to say hello. Sonia, right? Is she still here or did she leave? There's only 6 people in the room. She might have left. She might have been like, screw this, I'm out. But I can tell that it's time because... Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Linda, get over here. Come on. I can tell that it's time because this happened. I love you, Papa. Oh, I love you. I love you, Papa. I love you. I know you want to go to bed. I know you want to go to bed. I know. Oh, yeah, you want to go to bed. I know. That's when we know it's time to start to shut down shop because he comes and he stands near the chair. He's like, okay, you're at your 2-hour mark. You've got to go. Don't burn out your star, Daddy. Right? Right? Is that right? And then everybody lines up. Look, everybody lines up. I'll show you guys. This is what goes on in my house. There's son-in-law. And Gus is right there. Everybody's all lined up waiting for Daddy to get off work. Oh my gosh. Okay. What am I doing? Sorry, I lost the chat box. Okay, I do go for the lookers. He is so cute. I love him. He's so handsome. I tell him every day, oh, you're so handsome. I even tell that to Tallulah, even though she's like kind of rough looking, but she's handsome for a girl. All right, so I guess we lost Sonia because there's only 6 people in the room. And Angel, I guess, we're pissed. Oh, hi, Sven. Come here. Everybody wants to see your herpetic eye. Come here. So I'm going to sign off for the night. Thank you all for attending. Ducky and I were talking today. I should give you guys, since you're like the charm people and you like to come for the charmings, Ducky and I were thinking about talking about the idea of not doing them back-to-back nights, which I think is better. So I am going to probably start doing the charm events on Fridays and maybe like Tuesdays or Wednesdays. One weeknight and one weekend night, so that you guys don't have to, you guys can have a social life and go out. So if that works for you guys, hopefully, I hope it works for you guys. But I'm thinking that might be better for some of you. It also gives Ducky a little bit of a break in between nights because she does a lot for me, her and Jamie. So we might be doing that. I don't know if Ducky's talked to Jamie about that, but so that will be on the horizon. We'll be changing those. And I think that's it. If you guys liked what you saw here, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. I will pull one last Divine Door card as a message for the group. How does that sound? Let's do that as just a closing. And remember to take back your energy disconnect any cords that you've made with each other or with me. Christina Davis Buffkin says, thank you so very much, Dan. And now that you're done, Vikings and Druids were from the same era. Did a lot of trading. Okay. Nighty night, sleep tight. All right, thank you, Tammy. I'm going to pull one last Divine Doors card just to see what we need to know. What sort of door do we want to walk through tonight before we go to bed? This is for the group. Let's say a big thank you to Archangel Michael, since it's his day today. For all the protection and love that he gives us. Okay, so here's the door. First thing I notice about this door is it's slightly cracked open. I like that it's wooden. I like that it's bright and light. I like that it's ancient. It's a lot of knowledge. Many people, many emotions, many different things have passed through this door, right? Can you see that? But it's cracked. It's open. Let's see. What else do I notice about this? It has this big... Hey, don't go after the cat. Come here, Sven. Sven, come here. You don't need to be playing ballerina underneath the desk with all of these guys. Leave the cat alone, guys. I'm trying to have a spiritual moment. My dogs are trying to eat the cat. Look who's here. It's Sven. It's herpy-eyed Sven. All right, so anyways, the thing that I noticed too is on the bottom here is the lotus, right? And this was actually, this card I'm familiar with because it was in the pick a card. If you haven't watched the pick a cards, go watch the pick a card. This card showed up in one of the piles. But the back of the card says the sacred lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So be compassionate towards others, open the doors to your heart, share the magic that's in there, allow that ancient knowledge to come through, allow that love to come through, and dream on that for tonight, okay, you guys? Have a great evening. I'm gonna go and cuddle all my animals now and recharge, all right? Oh, poor Sven, my ass, he's fine. Sven is a dick. Trust me. He gets away with murder in this house. See, look, his eye's getting better, though. It's still got, like, a little bit of eye boogers, but Sven is up to no good all the time. Trust me. Sven, he thinks he is king. And he is probably the king. And we just haven't figured it out yet. But, oh, Svenny. Oh, Bob. Say hi to everybody. Svenny, say hello. Look into the camera. He doesn't like computers. And he doesn't like my cell phone either. Leave the cat alone, you guys. And quit acting all this cagey, Sven. They chase you when you act that way. Alright. So, you guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you all tomorrow in the morning. Tomorrow's Sunday. We will have a 3-card forecast in the morning. I need to get these tarot scopes out. There is a poll in the group. If you guys want to take the poll, let me know how you like your tarot scopes. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm feeling very uninspired doing them. I don't know why. I think it's because I feel like the last months didn't get very many views, so I don't know if anybody used them or watched them or liked them, or so I'm like, why go to the trouble of doing 12 whole signs and all that work if nobody's going to watch it anyways, kind of thing. But I need to just get going on it. Once I get going on it, it will start to happen. But I'm just procrastinating. Alright, you guys. I know you want to take the poll, Angel. So gross. Alright. Mine in the gutter. Look, I've shut off the music. Now party's over. Everybody's got to go home. Alright, you guys. Have a great night. Go to the group. Take the poll. Let me know how you want your tarot scopes. And I will see you. Angel, you did watch them. Thank you. I appreciate that you watched them. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go. I need to rest. I need some rest and some ice cream and some sleep. So I'm gonna go do that. But you guys all have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. And what do you mean, what, Tammy? That I'm gonna have ice cream? I'm allowed to have some ice cream. It's always good, like a nice little sugar sweet snack. All right, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning for the forecast. Follow me on Instagram if you're on Instagram at Engelgeist333. And I will. Why are you crying, Amanda? Why are you sending me crying duck faces? You're welcome, Ducky. I don't understand why you're crying. Don't cry. It's gonna be okay. Use some of that fiery Leo energy. Take care of it. Look, now the lights are out. Oh, nobody's ugly after 2 a.m. It's time to go. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.